Okay, had a couple of questions, or, well, requests really, from people who wanted to see all the modifications I've done to the bike here in the last couple of weeks or whatever. The first was I got a new rear sprocket. I actually got both sprockets, and as I almost fall over, new chain. It was kind of dead. This one needs to be lubed, something bad. It's starting to show a little surface rust down here because it's been raining all fucking week. Now, I went up 2 and down 1. So now this thing is insane. I can pretty much stand it straight up. All I've got to do is floor it in first gear and it just comes right up. Now, to fix that, because what that does is make the it's made the speedometer read way high. The odometer reads way high. I think the odometer is for every 30 miles it's clocking 5 extra. So I go 30 miles, it puts 35 on the clock. The speedometer reads 70 miles an hour when I'm only going 58. So you get what's called a speedo healer, which is that little bastard. It is a little bit smaller than your thumb, and this thing is really easy to hook up. You just find the speed sensor, which on this bike is right here. It's got a connector. See, here's the factory connector. You undo that, and this Y harness, which you can't see up in here, this Y harness goes in place, and I routed it up past the engine block, which probably isn't a great idea. I don't really have a choice. Back into the seat, and that's this wire will be sitting underneath all this crap. It's out of the way. It's gonna stay dry. Excuse me, dry enough anyway. And that, you set that up right, and it corrects all your speedometer, odometer issues. And it's basically just a piggyback that you probably won't even know is there after a couple of months. This was really easy. I had to disconnect the or take off the radiator bottle just so I could get to that connector so I could push them back together. But other than that, I mean, hell, it's simple. And to find the speed sensor, all you need is one of those. So I got that done. I got some new badges for it. See right here? That is raised silver 3D lettering. Those are standard on the 2002 plus European models, and they go right here. Unfortunately, those stick out to about there, so I couldn't put them up there, which is where I'd intended to do it, but yeah, whatever. The other thing that you may have noticed from my last video is the GPS, which you can see here's the clutch cylinder, and this is the bracket that holds the clutch cylinder on, and this thing just bolts right up to the back of it. On some bikes you'll replace the back piece, some bikes you won't. It's a little bit bigger than I wanted. I think I'm going to change out the arm and get a shorter one. It will clear the windshield enough to where I can turn it. And then you just take your GPS unit, click that in there, and there you go. You know, all the maps you could ever want. I did finally find get my bolt that goes right here so I can put my back seat cowl on, which I've had on there for a while. I usually have a friend of mine that likes to ride with me, so typically it won't be there, but lately she's been busy. Let's see. Oh, I got mirror extenders right here, about 1.5 inches. I'm gonna be taking these things off, but as you can see, that's all gold and funky looking, so I'm gonna leave them on for now. This is the one that is a little stupid, and what it is that screw, which is the clamp, it won't stay tight. And I know you're thinking Loctite, but that really shouldn't be coming loose. This one doesn't come loose, but hey, whatever. One note, when you're attaching this, it's only held on with Velcro, and it's the stick-on Velcro, so you want to clean. I don't know if you can see, but there's a clean ring Just get some 409 or whatever. But clean off whatever you're going to mount it to. Get all the oil and crap off so that your thingy sticks. But other than that, that's about it. You can see here's the camera mount that I use whenever you see my dashboards, because the camera's sitting right here. And I was going to use that for a GPS mount too, but this Velcro is crappy and I don't trust it. And the way it sits, I would have to have a big slab of Velcro right here, and that gets in the way for the cradle for when I have it in the truck. Of course, you see my Jeep and my Dodge. I'm actually probably going to be keeping the Dodge. I think we're going to end up selling the Jeep, but we don't know yet. The Dodge has 205,000 miles on it. It's only 8 years old, or 9 now. But this Jeep only has 80,000 miles, but it's 15 years old. It's 95. But yeah, that's it.